G'day, guys. Welcome back to the Steelers Nation Australia, who just hit 1,800 subs, which is unbelievable. Steelers Nation Australia's hit 1,800 subs. So, first of all, guys, I want to say thank you for everyone who subs, likes, comments, shares, all those kind of things. It's freaking awesome, man. So, if you do like my content, make sure you hit the sub, hit the like, or do all that YouTube stuff that pretty much every single YouTuber out there ask you guys to do. But very cool, very cool. We saw some good things yesterday with Josh Dobbs, Kenny Pickett, and we'll talk about that. But that is fantastic. Steeler Nation Oz hits 1,800 subs, so 200 away from a 2,000 milestone, which is unbelievable. But however, let's start the show. G'day, guys. Welcome back. So today I want to talk about Kenny Pickett, Josh Dobbs. We'll go through the injury with Holcomb, how he's out, and we'll also go into McFarland, how he's coming back. And just a little bit of George Pickens to kind of like hopefully summarize what is happening there in those aspects. I still don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest, that George Pickens is being talked about this much. To me, it doesn't matter too much. It really, really doesn't. But it is what it is. As you can hear my dog going off in the background. Right. So we have here, we have now placed, so Steelers have said here, we've now placed Cole Holcomb on the reserved injured list and activated Anthony McFarland from the reserve injured list too. So basically these guys are swapping roles. Unfortunately, you have Holcomb who suffered the leg injury, my dog is going off. Yeah, he's going off. We'll keep it in. We'll keep going, man. That's why you guys are here. Things happen in these videos, and you keep trucking forward. So my dog's going off in the background, but we have here McFarland's going from the reserve injured list to now the active roster. So this is going to be pretty cool to see, to be honest, because McFarland was doing very well at the kickoff return, and they haven't really tried to use him too much. We didn't really get a chance to use him at running back 3. Now, we had Goodwin Iwabuke there at doing the kickoff returns. Calvin Austin's been doing the punt returns. But I'm excited to see what the Steelers can actually do with number 26. If he is full and healthy, ready to go, then he'll make the lineup. He'll be part of the 53. And I think he'll be returning kickoffs. And I think at some stage, we might see Goodwin Iwabuke cut. Not right now, but I think we might see him cut in a possible turn when Freiermuth comes back. How do the Steelers find room for Freiermuth? And I want to kind of like cover this on its own show. Maybe tomorrow I might talk about this, because the tight end room, there's a big problem in the tight end room. And that problem is there's too many good guys. You got Darnell, you got Rodney Williams playing good football, who's blocking fantastically. Is that a word? You've got there Connor Haywood too. So when they bring back Freiermuth, where do you fit? Where do you fit him, and who do you cut? Do you cut Rodney Williams and put him back on the practice squad? I don't know. There's a lot of things going on like that. So shout out to McFarland. He's coming back. And I wish Cole Holcomb a speedy recovery, man, because he's going to be hard to replace too. So we're going to probably see more of Mike Robinson. I think Quan Alexander will be wearing the green dot. So we'll see Quan Alexander and you'll see Atlanta Roberts in the middle, hopefully keeping up the same progress and same physicality that Holcomb was. And the way they're all playing together, the trio, we haven't really complained about the middle linebackers. And Steeler Nation loves to complain about everything. So that's pretty cool to see. Very cool to see that McFarland's coming back and Cole Holcomb is unfortunately out for the rest of the season. Now, a few things I want to talk about too. I want to give a shout out to Dobbs, right? Josh Dobbs had a crazy game yesterday. I think he had, checking the stats now, they won 31-28. Josh Dobbs had 2 touchdowns. I think he ran a touchdown in as well. He got sacked 3 times. He was 20 for 30, 158. The guy didn't even know the playbook. Josh Dobbs had no idea about the playbook, had absolutely no idea. He kind of learned the offense as he went and drew it in the dirt like Ben used to do. But he's like a 7-year veteran. He just went with it. And he won the game in a last minute drive to run down the field, I think like 40 seconds ago, to throw a touchdown to win the game. So just shout out to Josh Dobbs. It is fantastic. So Dobbs had 7 carries for 66 yards, 1 TD, and 158 plus 2 TDs and no turnovers, right? However, I do want to kind of stop this narrative, and I can't stop it. I'm just a bloke on my room talking Steelers. But this narrative really frustrates me. Now, I will show Mark Madden for about 5 seconds. Josh Dobbs is a much better quarterback than Kenny Pickett. Who cares? Why can't we celebrate someone's success without comparing them to our quarterback? Now, the reason why I bring that up is because CJ Stroud had a good game yesterday too. So Alan Saunders says here, and he's a Pittsburgh guy. You see him around the news. He's a reporter. He says, I don't understand why we're comparing Kenny Pickett, pick 20, to CJ Stroud, pick number 2. Of course, Stroud is better. The Steelers don't want to be bad enough to pick there. But I stay at this point. Why? Why are we comparing one quarterback to the other quarterback? Like the Steeler Nation, you have your guy. Get around Kenny Pickett. I don't care if you like him, hate him, love him, or you don't like his haircut. I don't care. Get around your quarterback as best you can. Now, if you're gonna compare people, why don't you compare Kenny Pickett in his 7-drive winning games, right, to Josh Allen? Josh Allen can't finish games. Josh Allen can't beat the Bengals. Josh Allen is throwing picks out there. Why don't you compare Kenny Pickett to some of these other pros like that, right? Look at Josh Allen's numbers. Everyone gives him the all praise of Almighty. He's one of the best quarterbacks out there. But yet he can't. Recently, he can't finish games. So if you're going to compare, then choose your targets wisely. I don't understand how they compare Dobbs to Pickett. Be happy for Dobbs. Dobbs' story is amazing. I hope that Dobbs goes out there and he has a starting job with the Vikings from this year and next year and the year on. I wish him all the best. But to compare them all the time, to me, doesn't make too much sense. And you know what? Shout out to Stroud too. He had a fantastic game. Fantastic game. Over 470 yards and 5 TDs, right? Lastly, one more thing I want to talk about. The Steelers right now are 5-3. 5-3, right? That should be a good thing. So right now in the playoffs, the Steelers are 5th seed. Cleveland are 4th. Cincinnati is 7th. Baltimore is the 2nd seed. Cincinnati 7th. Cleveland is 4th, 6th, and Pittsburgh is 5th. Sorry, I'm reading them backwards. Anyways, all the AFC North is in the playoffs right now. Like every single team has a chance. If the playoffs ended today or started today, you'd see Cincy at Baltimore, Cleveland at Jacksonville, and Pittsburgh at Miami. And I tell you what, out of all these teams, the only team that the Steelers probably can't beat or wouldn't be able to have a chance with, I would say would probably be KC. But even saying that, on a good day, the Steelers could mess around Mahomes and beat KC. And you've got their Pittsburgh versus Miami. I think Miami are showing their true colors. I think that Pittsburgh can beat the Browns. Jacksonville, we would have a good matchup against them, a rematch without the refs. I think we'd win that game. And versus Cincy and Baltimore, we could beat them too. The Steelers belong. They belong in the playoffs. I know a lot of fans out there are still upset about the 5-3 record. At some point, though, you just have to get over it. You got to get over it and just also go with it. Because the Steelers right now are 5-3, and that's a good thing. Next week, we play Green Bay at home. If we win that game, we're 6-3. That's not a bad thing. Anyways, guys, I'll almost knock my mic over. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later.